some videos of Dr. Sornos on YouTube and ran into the work of Dr. Schechter. And then I found his book, Think Away Your Pain. And after reading that book, it was a game changer for me. I just realized that in terms of all the different personality types, being a perfectionist, being overly self-critical, being a people pleaser, being a do-gooder, and so forth, I was on like a scale of 1 to 10. I was a 10 on all of those aspects. In terms of not expressing emotion, I certainly suppressed every emotion because I never wanted to be a bother to people. So I never expressed those types of things. If I was angry at someone, I'd become angry with myself for being angry at someone. And my body was just basically screaming at me, saying something had to change. And I just never knew what that was until I read both of these books. So, and then after following the advice in Dr. Schechter's book, I felt significantly better. Not completely consistent because I still had some neck pain here and there, but I was certainly taking less ibuprofen. And then so I called his office in California and scheduled an appointment. They said they could see me in a couple months. So I made my appointment. And then the receptionist said, he has an online course you can take in the meantime and a workbook that you can use. So I did the online course. I found it extremely beneficial and helpful because it really just helped me understand more the reason behind the journaling and expressing emotions and the importance of that. And then also that I didn't need to completely change my personality. I just need to dial some things down a bit. I just need to maybe dial down the perfectionism and dial down and be a little bit less self-critical. And then I also did Dr. Schechter's workbook. I just ordered a copy on Amazon. And then for 30 days, I wrote in that workbook answering the questions and then just writing down my emotions and thinking about things and putting some good thought into what was being asked in those questions. And by the time I went to Dr. Schechter's office, I felt like 85% better. My neck pain was so diminished, I didn't have any more lower back pain. And Dr. Schechter confirmed my diagnosis, but then also said, you're kind of a success story. And he said, just keep doing everything that you're doing. He gave me some additional resources of things I could read and look at, and then suggested if I wanted to, I could go and meet with a therapist, maybe to kind of work to get to the last 15 to 10% that I wanted to get better to 100%. And that's what I did. And I just learned that it's really important to make sure you take care of yourself and you don't have to completely focus on making others happy. And within a couple months, I had been 100% pain free for a long time. And then I did have a little bit of flare up for a few days. So I immediately called Dr. Schechter's office, and he basically told me on an appointment that, don't catastrophize, don't panic. Just, go back to journaling and go back to, talking to your pain, just doing all the things that you were doing previously. And for the last several years, I've had zero pain. I've had no issues. And if you knew my experiences before that, this is just something for 30 plus years that have ruled my life. So it's not only the fact that I no longer am spending money or taking time to going all these appointments or constantly doing these stretches or seeing a chiropractor or laying on ice or managing every aspect of my life with rules of how I can bend down to pick things up or trying to avoid certain exercises at the gym. I just don't have to worry about any of that anymore. And in addition, I just feel like I'm a happier person. I'm just certainly just more laid back and easygoing. And then just realize that taking care of myself also is taking care of my body as well. And so when I last talked to Dr. Schechter, I just told him that's why he's my hero. He really has significantly impacted my life in many ways and more than I can even express because it has just been a game changer in terms of how I feel and certainly just makes my quality of life so much better. So if you're in chronic pain, I hope that you find some relief just as I did. I think that for many people, just even reading the book and just following those guidelines and principles could have a significant difference and an impact on your life. So thanks for listening and thanks for your time and best wishes.